Test, test, 1, 2, test. Test, 1, 2, test, 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 test. Test, 1, 2, test, test. Test. Test, test. 1, 2, test. Test, test. Test, test. I see it lighting up right there. Test, test. Is it your headphones?
In the middle, I kind of had to adjust a little bit, and I saw he kept ducking down. I timed him with a perfect uppercut, and then from there, that was it, man.
I feel like every time we sit down with you, we run out of questions. We know what the game plan is. You've never hidden that from anybody. The only thing I really have to ask is, what's it like actually seeing a second round finally?
You know, the rounds were really fast. If you saw, I was up, pacing, looking at him. He was sitting down. I prepare for 5 rounds all the time, just in case. So it was nothing to me, man. If it would have went 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, I would have been keeping the same pace, coming at him. So it was fun. It was fun to go to second round, I guess. Something
You're
different.
the only guy that's smiling all the time, before, after, during. It's kind of awesome. It's really what
man,
the sport's about.
I'm just happy to be here, and it's just like I said, it reignited my love for fighting. I kind of lost it in MMA a little bit, and just I'm having fun again, and that's all it's about, you know. Yeah, it's fun to make money, it's fun to get the W's, but just being in there and enjoying what you're doing, that's what it's about.
So now the big question, what do you want next? I mean, they've given you tough opponents all the way through. You're kind of starting to clear out, you know, and you're at another level. Who's next, or who would you like next?
You know, I'm just clearing out the division for what I've been told. You know, I know London Garcia was supposed to be a setup, and, you know, I went in there and finished him. But I know Julian Lane had like five bare knuckle fights, was a champion over there in England. I don't know who they got for me. I know we got Artem and Jason next. I'd love to get in there and get my chance with Artem. Like I said before, Artem is his little henchman. He's getting all this fame for what? Two decisions? I'm in there knocking people out, putting them on the mat. 3-0, 3 knockouts. No one else in the company is doing that. Give me the fight. Give me the money fight. I
feel like it's safe to say, and I don't want to use the word homegrown, because you are a UFC veteran, but you came into the sport and built your brand by your actions. We saw you in Tampa last time. We're seeing you here. It's the same thing. Knockout after knockout after knockout. I think you're next. I think you're the guy right now.
You know, like I said, man, it's all God's will. I'm just having fun and enjoying my time here. I thank David for just allowing me to come in here and display my skills. You know, I've always felt I had power, and in MMA, like I always went to the ground, right, because jiu-jitsu was my thing. But it's awesome to get the chance to show the world that, hey, man, I can knock people out too.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's funny. I don't know if you remember. So right after right before the Leonard Garcia fight, I said BKFC knockout artist, and you laughed at me. I don't know if you remember that. He laughed at me.
Yeah.
I mean, look where we are now. Like you said, you just talked about your power, but how surprised are you at the power? Like, how surprised how well you're doing? And I don't, like, you know, like, no. What do you contribute to that?
Honestly, it surprises me every time. Every time I come in there, I'm like, I just watched the London Garcia fight for the first time like 2 days ago. And I'm like, who is that guy in there? And in this one, I can see myself throwing that uppercut and just seeing him fall to the ground. And I was like, what is happening, man? Like, who is possessing me right now to get these hands, to get the speed, to get this knockout power? But like I said, I must have always had it. my teammates always said I hit like a truck, but it's just awesome to get in there and actually get to do it, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And I know you already touched on it, but how soon do you want to get back in here again?
Man, hopefully, if I am if my hand's not broken, if I'm ready to go, if they need someone to jump in November, I was ready to jump in 4 bare knuckle fighting championships in a row. I don't think anyone else has done that. So I just want to make records and make history here.
And keep having fun.
Speaking of, what's the extent of the injuries that you know of?
I mean, it's pretty swollen. The knuckle was out there. Hopefully it's not broken. I don't know. I never broke my hand before, so I wouldn't know. But hopefully we're good. I go to the doctor. They say it's just swollen, and I'll be able to go. Maybe November's too early, but yeah, let's do bare knuckle 10.
All right, my man. I tell you what, I can't wait, man. It was exciting. You're always exciting to watch. And congratulations to you.
So much,
and we don't want to hold you up too much, man. We know you want to start that victory party. And thank you for taking the time, man.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming on.
I would, man.
No, you get the pass today.
I don't want to mess you up.
Take care, Jim.
Woo. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
So, man, I tell you what, we're pumped up, man. I tell you what, Jim Alers is something else. And you said it before. He's just something special. Just something special.
I don't. I remember watching him in the UFC and would be like, oh, fights on the ground, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember talking about his striking because he consistently was able to take guys down and finish them. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he got the chance to show that he can do it.
Yeah.
And he's fucking doing it in leaps and bounds.
Is it safe to say? A lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that this is the best? I mean, obviously, every card that comes up is always the best card, right? The next one's always the best one. But I mean, truly, honestly, was this the best card?
See, the problem with saying things like that is, you have a main event that's really like a hype train and people want to see it.
Yeah.
Or you have that dark horse on the undercard
Yeah.
that comes out of the gate with that holy shit moment.
Yeah.
I believe that this fight for fight, even with them having 2 fights drop off, you would make a strong case for saying that this is the best card they put on, fight for fight, and performance for performance.
Yeah. No doubt, man. No doubt. I tell you what, I'm excited for the next one. We're only, 4 weeks away from BKFC 9, the rematch.
The rematch.
Right? I mean,
the rematch.
It's hard to even talk about that one because this one was so good. Like, we're still shaking off of this.
I'll tell you what I can say about the next one. I borderline feel bad for Artem and Jason Knight, and not that they're both not monsters.
Yeah.
They have a tall order to live up to that people are expecting to see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man, because we saw Lopez Beltran too, and
Great fight.
Just
wasn't.
There's a lot to live up to the first one, and that's
Right.
not no diss or nothing like that, right?
No.
It's just that's a hard, tall task to live up to.
Right.
I'll tell you what, man. I want to touch on the Reggie Pena-Lorenzo Hunt fight, right? There was a lot of heat going into that. There was a lot of bad blood. We saw the interviews. A lot of crazy stuff going on, and then we saw, Reggie Pena. He got stopped eventually. He had that huge, just ghastly whelp above his eye.
Right.
I know we were pretty split as far as who was going to take it, and I tell you what, man, it did not disappoint. What's the word? Selfishly, I wish maybe it kind of would have went on, but not for the sake of, Reggie's health. But
of course.
I mean, what did you think about the fight, Nick?
Well, I was kind of torn on it. We kind of knew what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Reggie has a legitimate combat sports background, but he was coming off of retirement.
Yeah.
Lorenzo's a little more active. I think Reggie went back and had it almost appeared like he had a really good game plan of letting Lorenzo come out. And and punch to get him to slow down a little bit. I think Reggie weathered the storm on purpose.
Yeah.
And not taking away anything from either guy, but if the fight were to have ended right there, not because of the swollen eye, I think Reggie won 2 rounds.
Come on in. We got Mr. Scott Burt.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Boss
This
man,
guy.
Police Gazette Boxing.
This guy.
Hall of Fame here. And I tell you what.
All night.
No draws all night.
I had two extra medals in my pocket just in case.
That's because you're a well-prepared, fine-tuned machine.
Wow, how exciting is that?
You know what? Like me and Nick were talking about this all week, really all month leading up to this fight. There were so many good fights on this card. And I'll be honest with you, and this isn't just saying it because we're here. I don't know if there was a bad fight on the card. I mean, honestly, true to God, there was not a bad fight on the card.
Some slightly slower than others, but it's just a different style.
Right.
We all know in every combat sport, all the fighters have different styles. No one was running. You know, they were all in there. Of course, we get spoiled sometimes when they jump right in and bam, 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 right? And we expect them all to be like that, but that's not going to happen. Yeah. That's just not going to happen.
We just we're talking. I think fight for fight. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to say every card is the best card because we're here. But I think if you step back and look at this one, fight for fight, you know, performance for performance, and how they ended. I think this might have been it. I don't know. I think it was the best card.
It was the best. You know, it was certainly the best shoes we had in the competition.
The shoe thing. Someone needs to write in and
they're playing for second.
Dethrone this guy with his shoe thing.
Scott Burt, the rumor mill was somebody cheated in the shoe race. Is that true?
Was that a rumor?
Is that true?
Jeff Houston took shoes he'd worn before and spray painted them. Out.
You're putting them right on blast right here.
Out, Jeff, out. Sal Ramos, though, he has a shoe team.
Well, wait, here's the question.
Yeah.
The spray painted shoes, did they win before they were spray painted?
Well, that was the one that that was from the very first one. That instigated me to say, you know what? I can beat those.
Oh, so that's what kind of that's what flame started the fire.
He cheaped out. You know, he didn't even get good paint. It was really bad silver.
And that's per the guy who wins every event with the shoe thing.
Yeah.
You know, one guy like we bring up too, and Travis Thompson. You know, he's coming on this fight 4 days notice, right?
Right.
Against Dat Nguyen, and I mean, my God, Dat Nguyen has such a record in boxing and kickboxing. And for Travis to come in and do what he did on 4 days' notice against such an accomplished athlete was nothing short of amazing.
You know, that also says a lot for him and his dedication to promoting bare knuckle boxing, because he could have said no. He could have said no.
He could have said no. The impressive part was at the last round, they were laughing and talking, but not like trash talking, touching hands. I think Travis earned the respect of a world champion today.
Yes.
110%, and he deserves it.
Yep. And I noticed that too, and I could see that he got the respect there, no problem. But honestly, from my own personal point, I would prefer the fighters just fight. You know, some of that is a little bit too much once in a while, but they were. I was okay with that amount, but we've all seen it sometimes when it's just too much. But that showed respect. Yes, it did. I was just so impressed that Travis could come out and do that on 4 days' notice. And you know, who in their heart, you know, even if it wasn't verbally, who in their heart wouldn't want him to have a good showing and win because of being called on the spot like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I was impressed. And the one thing about him is here's things you definitely know are going to happen. One, Travis is going to show up no matter how short or long notice, with or without a camp. Two, he's going to fight you.
You're going to take him out on his shield.
Yes. And he has some losses. He's never been finished. The guy is just tough as nails.
Yep.
And he'll be back. We expect to see him.
I have so much respect for Travis, not only as Travis as a fighter, but Travis is a family man too.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Thank God. I'm fortunate. He lives in my neck of the woods. We're only about 45 minutes away from each other. He's just an all-around good guy.
Yes. In my heart, I'm rooting. I was rooting, but I root either way. But because of that short notice and that call. But what a gutsy guy. What an athlete.
From your point of view, and I guess I have a couple picks myself. Fight of the night, gun to your head.
Oh, fight of the night to me. I don't know. I never even thought of it that way.
This is a tough one.
I
mean, honestly, like this is a tough one.
I mean, I don't know. Everybody, I can't pick that. I can't pick it.
You want me to pick one?
Well, I tell you what. I'd like the Dave Mundell fight. I thought that was a back and forth fight. I think maybe if Travis Thompson and that, I thought it was extremely competitive, and I thought it was very entertaining. It was extremely entertaining.
I'll tell you one thing that I thought I was very impressed with, and that was, when I put the ribbon around his neck, I said to him, "My God, you've changed your style, and you've really, in my mind, super improved." And that was Abby. His style just seemed to change. You could tell he worked on any kind of weak points he had, and there were none. And he was just he went after the guy. No backup in that.
And he's so young, so dedicated. Like he's got infinite time. But for fight of the night, I was torn between Pena Hunt and Alers Lane. I'm going to lean towards Alers Lane because while the other fight was amazing, there were lulls because they were going at it, and you got to slow down. I felt like Jim Alers, Julian Lane never slowed down. Sure. That's just one of them things where it's who's going to get clipped and lose the fight.
Yes. And we all know that Julian was upset at the end about it.
Well, I was gonna say, were you as surprised as we were? Because I'll be honest with you, I didn't think it was gonna make it out of the first round. I'll be completely honest.
From my vantage point, when he was staggering there with that shot in the side, let's bring him back to fight another day. Because if he was unaware and did catch one, that would have been trouble and we don't want that. We like that kid too much.
He's another guy like Travis, though. He earns his spot on the roster. Does. You know what you're getting with him. He's going to fight you. That's it.
So much respect for him, that kid.
Well, Scott Burt, since you're here, man, can we press you a little bit? Can we press you about the title situation? Like what
sure,
for 155, 145? Like what? Like, is there any plan to bring these? To bring them.
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we've done.
I'm glad he asked too.
Now you got to remember we are we're still relatively very young. So we gave out a belt to Beck Rawlings early because a lot of people didn't even know about us. Right.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and that was kind of the beginning. But then we decided that we're going to do tournaments, results of tournaments. So any promoter, very people got to remember it too. And we're not married to this promotion. We can go to any promotion that asked us, as long as their fighters are qualified. I've been asked a lot of times to go, and I've said to them, you got to have a tournament. You can't just prink 4 guys up off a bar stool and
let them fight and get a belt.
Not for a belt that's 137 years old. For your promotion, somebody out in the Midwest or something wants to have a brand new. Well, fine, but they say history. But we are history.
Well, you make it legitimate. You keep
and I've got to protect that. But to answer your question a little bit better, here's what we're going to do. So we thought we wanted to buy a diamond in its entirety.
Right.
Or if you want to chip in on like a community diamond.
Community diamonds are good.
Yeah. And then everybody gets the postcard, and on the PayPal, srburt@aol.com, include their address. And I'll stamp it and I'll sign it myself and send it right out to him. All right, what a great idea, I think, don't you? It allows the fans to be part of and have a card.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. Do you ever think we'll ever see same night tournaments in BKFC?
Where they fight more than?
Yeah.
We saw one, didn't we?
In another place.
In another place, we've seen it.
I'm not sure the Police Gazette would be part of a I'd have to really be worked hard at being part of that because I'm very concerned about fighter safety. Imagine that we had something here, but it was 5 rounds, and now you're talking 10 rounds. You see these guys are coming out of here.
My only concern would be 2 guys fight, 2 guys advance to the next round. Neither guy is at 100%.
No.
So it's not, I guess it's testing the durability, but they're not getting a fair shake because they're not at 100%.
Well, there's a lot there. You know what? And now you're asking a sanctioning body to approve a 10-round bare-knuckle fight.
I personally think they should just keep it the way they have.
Yes,
That's just me.
That's my
preference.
That's my opinion. Nothing's been brought to me officially. You asked me unofficially. That's my unofficial answer. I'm more concerned.
It's more of a curiosity question.
It was cool to see it when it happened. Like I'm not knocking it in any way. Just not my preference.
I'll tell you, when I saw it on TV, I was nervous though. I was nervous. But so they did do. I think if I saw it correctly in that promotion, I think they had another fight go on in case one of these other guys couldn't make it to the
had
fight.
backups.
It's a backup.
Yes, they did.
Is a backup. But why not? Why all in one night? Why not? And then a month later, like Dave is doing here.
Yeah, he's spreading them out.
And have your semifinals, and then have your finals.
It gives guys a chance to recover, get back up to 95+%.
Well, plus 2, you know what? And while we're talking about that, I think you're right because it really allows for the what's the word I'm looking for? The more standout athletes to, like you said, when it's spread out like that. Because when you see everybody fighting one night, you might have one guy dominate the whole tournament and win. But I mean, to truly see, like just for example, like Jim Alers.
Yeah.
If we would have did that the first night he was here, maybe we wouldn't have seen how much he really deserved it. But now that he's 3-0.
Well, let's take the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take the worst case scenario. You do have 2 fights. We saw a promotion. Yeah. Let's say they went lengthy. Let's say the second round, the championship round, someone got really, really hurt. Yeah. Now what is the fallout from that? I mean,
somebody's responsible for allowing it.
That's correct.
That's what it seems like to me.
Yes. And so, on the surface, my initial knee-jerk reaction is I would not be in favor of it.
I don't think you're going to see it here.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe down the road, maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. So.
I tell you what, man, I'm super pumped for the future of this company. I say it every time I do a show. Build up to the card, how I feel after the card. Like I stay buzzed. I mean, every time we talk about bare knuckle, I just stay buzzed. And the fact that we're only 4 weeks away from another one.
There's not even time to kind of like level down.
That's not even enough time to.
Yeah.
Like we got to level out, man. I need some time.
We need to go home and start the next one. Start getting on.
I mean.
Well, that's why I didn't want to bring out the idea that we're going to have for our diamond encrusted medallion until after this fight. You don't want to take anything away from.
Rob a bank.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Or jewelry store.
Yeah. What,
cut out the middleman.
But I got to tell you though, to close out my segment here though, I won the shoe competition. I had the $1 million stitched into it, and it said Sal Ramos with the crown on it because he's sponsoring the $1 million race car challenge.
Right.
And in the end, I gave him my shoes, so I got to go find a pair to get home.
Those work. Those work. They're not as cool as the other ones, but
Thanks for
well, Scott Burt, we
Anytime,
appreciate
Scott.
your time, man. We appreciate everything
We'll talk
you
to
do,
you,
sir.
sir.
It was good seeing
and
you.
I tell you, hey, and again, notice what you guys do.
Ringside beer. I drank them
We
last night.
appreciate them.
And they really wanted me to especially recognize you guys. So
We appreciate that.
Where are them guys at?
Shout out to Ringside Beer. Shout out to Ringside Beer.
Absolutely.
They took off. They said this is the best. That was Anheuser-Busch, who has the Ringside distributors. This is the best night we have ever had. All 4 of the executives.
I like Anheuser-Busch, but I'm all about Ringside beer.
Do I see Abby over there?
Abby
I
is
think I
right
see
there.
Abby.
Thank you, Scott Burt.
All right.
Guys, it looks like we got Abdiel Velazquez. Man, I tell you what, this place is there's just a buzz in the air. There he is.
Have a seat.
Man of the hour.
Have a
What's up, my
seat.
man?
Now, wait a minute here. We got to clean off this metal.
Clean off the metal
There
there.
you go.
There he is.
Take it.
We call that the knucklehead, and you're sitting between 2 of them.
This guy's
minute.
got jokes.
Wait a minute.
This guy's got
Abdiel
jokes.
Velazquez, what's going on, my man? How you feeling?
Great. great. You know, got a swollen hand, but other than that, I feel great, man. Feel happy.
All right. So we noticed a big difference from last fight to this fight. Without giving away too much, what did you change in your camp? You just came off faster, more agile. I don't know. Something's different. Something changed in your camp. Don't give away all the secrets.
No.
Just a little.
Not giving it all the way, but you know, I worked on my speed a little bit. You know, my power, my punches. You know, also conditioning my hands. You know, that's the main thing as a knuckle fighter. You have to condition all the time your hands, and I was ready. Me and my coaches to prepare a good plan. You know, I know Rick Caruso took a fight from a 2-week notice, but it's a new guy. He's a debut. He doesn't know about the bare knuckle world, so had to come in and, you know, take advantage of it and capitalize it.
I have a theory on short notice fights. You said he took it on 2 weeks. You also took a short notice fight on 2 weeks because the question of the hour. I'm sure you probably heard it a million times. At your weight class, you make a strong argument for another title shot. It is a valid argument. Obviously, are you looking at who holds that belt currently is going to be fighting at a different weight class next month. But when that's done,
I don't know. Depends, man. I'm hoping that, you know, David set that up. You know, I've been wanting Josh since I lost, you know, that last one. But, you know, I mean, Josh is beatable. Anybody's beatable, so I know I can beat him. You know, and I just want that belt. I just don't think that Johnny's gonna drop to 35. I don't think so. He can make that 35-pound anymore. You know, so he might have to give it up, and we have to go and do it again. I don't see him doing it.
I don't know. I personally feel like now with the revamped new camp, things are changed. I think it's a different fight now.
Yeah.
I have to ask, man, is it almost maybe I don't know if you're sweet excited that you won, but came on the show. We know that you wanted. How excited you were that you were facing Herrera because you were going to face him in MMA once before. Stuff happened. He went to the UFC. You talked about how excited you were to finally get the chance to get your hands on him, and then things happened again. You know, then you had the last-minute opponent change. Is there something like? Are you still looking to face him? Does it take away anything, or are you just? I mean, as far as that specifically.
No, at first, you know, when they told me about him backing out, it kind of bummed me out because, you know, everybody in Tampa wanted to see this fight. It was one of the best fights, you know, in the card. So, you know, when that happened, everybody was bummed about it. And, it is what it is. Fight, you know, people get hurt, get injured. But at the same time, you know, if David match us up again, I'll take on that fight. I'll face Gene. I want to face Gene. I've been wanting to face Gene since the very beginning, but I don't know if he's ready for me. You know, with the bare knuckles, you know, I don't think he can catch up with me. I'm 3-1 right now, and he has to catch up to me where I'm at.
100%, man. And I know, just to follow up on what Nick was talking about, how soon do you want to get back in there?
As fast as possible. You know, I know I got to rest my hands for a little bit. But other than that, I'm just trying to get as much fights as I can and fight. You know, I want to get bare knuckle out there in the mount.
What was that feeling, man? Because, you know, when you won the fight, I was kind of in the back doing some stuff, and I heard the pop of the crowd. I mean, it gives me goosebumps kind of thinking about it right now. Like, describe that moment for you, because you know what, man? Like, it's one thing, like, you won the fight, but, I mean, that had to have been not just a high point in your career, but a high point in just life, man. Like, that was a huge moment for you. Talk about how you were feeling.
Oh, man, that feeling was great. I heard the pop too myself. You know, when I popped him, I felt the pop too. I was like, oh crap, I popped him, and you know, when he dropped already that first second of when the bell rang, I was like, okay, this fight's not gonna last. I could already know that, and from there, I just gotta take advantage, capitalize it, keep that pressure going, because I could tell he was trying to recover, but if I just kept going, knocking him out, and dropping him, he was not gonna recover.
It was exciting. I tell you what, man. You know what? Real quick, too, just off the top of my head question. Yeah. Are you going to be keeping a close eye? Because, you know, with Johnny Bedford having the 135-pound title, you're going to be keeping a close eye when he fights Felony?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to keep a close eye. I'm going to watch that fight and see how he fights. And, look at that fight and, study it, see how he does. And he probably won't change much, He's still going to be the same guy, taunting, trying to get people, do what he wants. Playing mind games. I can see that. He play mind games, and that's who he is.
Are you worried that if he goes up to 145, he'll stay, maybe never come back down? Or, I mean, it's just...
If he doesn't come back down, then he's running away. He doesn't want to face us or face...
There's always that.
Exactly. So, if he cut 35, I know he could cut 35 because he cut 35 to be in this tournament. and he won it, so he has to defend it. That's what happens.
I think that's just a fight we're all waiting for. We sit here and speculate so much. How about this? Whoever they offer you, we know you're going to fight.
Yeah.
And then we'll be sitting here doing the same thing again.
Exactly.
See, I summed it all up. I know things about things, okay?
Well, Mr. Velazquez, we don't want to hold you up from your victory party too much, my man, but we appreciate you.
Abby,
You're always exciting to
thank you,
watch,
sir.
and we can't wait to see you again, my man.
Always.
Thanks for having me, guys. See you guys again.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah, man. Next.
Say what? That's a good kid, man. I really
Abby?
like Abby.
Oh, yeah.
Good, solid kid.
No question.
All right, looks like we got ourselves
Hey, what's up?
there
A guy
he
who's
is, man.
built for
Hector
bare knuckle.
Lombard. What's going on, my man?
Guys.
Man, we've been waiting for you to come over here.
Oh man, I love this sport. I love the confrontation, and I love the brutality. I mean, I love everything about it.
Hey, man. When are we going to see you toe the line and get in there bare knuckle?
We coming soon. I already signed with him. I already signed, and I'm gonna be talking next week with David about who he's gonna be matching me out with, and I'm happy about it. But I'm already here.
If you could pick somebody, your ideal first opponent, who would it be?
We're looking to get like one of these up and comers, like hungry guys, to validate my to me to be here, and then I'm gonna go after that for the Bandele. I'm gonna go Bandele. I'm gonna mess him up.
I'll tell you, I've always said
He was looking at me like funny today, so I didn't like that.
he was giving you a little bit of
He was
eyeball.
yeah, he was looking at me like, oh, I don't know what happened, but I said like, I ain't no scared of no man, so I will fight him too.
You're thinking as soon as possible. Like, you want to get in here like tomorrow, if
Like
you could.
tonight.
Would you get in there?
No, I will give it time. I will give him time, and I will get the build up, because at the end of the day, it's all about money. So we're gonna build the fight, and I want everybody to see the fight, and I want everybody to see the confrontation between me and him. He's a huge name. He's a fucking legend of the sport.
I think you're a huge name, though, and I think
Yeah,
you
but
have a style.
He's a legend too. Like he fought in Pride. I fought in Pride. He fought in UFC. I fought in UFC, and I fought in Bellator. But he fought in so many different organizations. so
Right.
I fought in so many different organizations. So it's time to meet. He come here to my backyard, so we need to get it.
Why not?
Fuck yeah.
Why not? In terms of
I mean, it's all about fighting, right? This is
Yeah.
a fighting game. So, it's like, in the school, you tough boy, you want to meet out with the tough guy, too. So,
in terms of training preparation, have you already kind of transitioned into the bare knuckle?
yeah, I've been training with Kevin. I've been kind of like just doing like, punching without gloves. I've been doing kind of like, clinching and all that. What the sport is all about, but I'm not new to the game, because I've been a boxer, I've been a kickboxer, I've been an MMA fighter, so I'm kind of like adjusting to it. But I'm a fighter. I've been fighting for a long time.
Well, I noticed the one thing that seems to be the common theme among people that transition into bare knuckle is obviously,
Yeah,
the obvious
it is.
difference, but the other difference is they say the pace of the fight is different because it's 2-minute rounds.
You gotta go fucking hard. Yeah. Sorry for my language.
You're
Oh, no,
good.
no.
Say what you
this
want.
is say what you
Okay.
want type of thing.
All right, but you gotta go hard. It's not like you freaking like, oh, let me pace myself because we got like another 5 rounds. No, fuck that. You gotta go hard.
I said way
I
back
like that.
when. I said way back when that he had a style. Mark my words, built for bare knuckle.
Oh man,
that
I mean,
you would be good
and
for
I
this
have
sport.
big hands, so
Plus,
somebody-
you've been in a fight at least once without gloves on, yeah?
Oh yeah, a bunch of times. So
This is no big deal at this point.
I'm excited. Hey, I'm very. The camera's in there.
It is right
Okay, I'm excited. And I know Bandel is signed with Bernardo too.
I believe it's in works, but it's not
Okay,
official
wait.
yet.
He
When he
said-
sign, let me know.
He said he's close.
Okay.
He said, because we just talked to him earlier, he said he's close.
When he signs,
He's-
let him know.
He's
There you
working
go.
out a deal.
Yeah, okay. It's all about money for what I can see. So when that gets out of the way,
I think that's a money fight, you two.
yeah.
That's it.
Everybody wants to see that. Like I'm going for you, dude.
I think they can headline anywhere, man.
Yeah,
I
that
think they can
headlines
headline
any
any card.
Why not? I'm going for you, bro.
I love it. I love it. Hector,
Well,
thank you
Mr.
for
Hector
your time,
Lombard,
man.
we appreciate your time, my man. We are excited to see you in the ring, man.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, brother.
You two guys.
Have a good one.
Turn around. There's someone else coming.
Champ, congratulations, bro. Thank you. Good job.
He crow-copped.
What's up, brother? Take a seat, man.
How are you?
Mr. Gabriel Gonzaga, man, I have to tell you what. Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. I mean, I guess talk to us, enough of me talking about it, but what were your thoughts coming into this fight? Because, it's a transition into the bare knuckle world. What were your thoughts coming into this fight and, the result?
The result was as expected. I did a really good training session with my boxing coach, Rocky Gonzalez, and my Muay Thai coach, Iberê Reis. And I really did a lot of speed tracking because I knew I would be faster than him. So that was the game plan and worked well.
The real question that I'm excited for is, you've been here, you did it once. Is this something you can see yourself continuing to do, taking the gloves off?
Yeah, I definitely can do a few more. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm healthy. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna fight in the grappling event right now with the world, one of the champs of ADCC, Gordon Ryan. So we're gonna fight right now. I just won the world champion in my division in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu this year. I'm all over the place, and if it's the right time, I will be here.
I got a two-part question, man. How difficult or how much of a surprise was it with the transition to the sport from the MMA world? And did anything that Bigfoot did surprise you in the fight?
No, I have been training since 2004 boxing. So 15 years of boxing in my back. People don't see the boxing that much because the MMA world is a complete aspect. You need to be worried about the kicks. You need to be worried about the grappling part and a lot of things on there. But back in the day, my boxing coach, Cebola, taught me really well how to move and learn the muscle memory for boxing. So definitely I was ready for boxing. So I forgot. I did 2 years ago my first pro boxing and I won too. Yeah.
Was there anything that Bigfoot did that surprised you in the fight?
No, I was ready for him. Actually, one thing then I noticed then I didn't expect him to do so well was Perry. He was taking out really easy the jabs, and I thought, oh, he probably trained that a lot. So then I need to put a little bit more speed on that.
I think all in all, it was an amazing main event. I mean, all the greatest main events never go the distance anyway. You guys were in there ready to go. We knew what it was going to be, and it was his day. He performed flawlessly.
Thank you.
And that means we get him back. Get him back one more time, at least.
I'll tell you what, man, we're super excited. It was a hell of a main event. Man, I'm excited for you. I can't wait to see you again, man. I hope you come back, man. I really do. I hope you come back to bare knuckle. I think it suits you, man. I really do. I think it suits you.
Yeah, like I said, I like the boxing aspect of the because it's just a box. You don't worry about the kicks. You don't worry about the grappling, sprawl, and things. So your body is easy to prepare for this kind of fight. MMA is much more things you need to cover, so your body gets really destroyed before the fight in the training camp. So it's different than just boxing. So that's why I did sign up, and that's why
What's the extent of the injury there?
I didn't see it, but I believe it's not a big problem. It's just
swollen.
Yeah, just swollen a little, yes.
Well, my man, we appreciate it. I would bump you that one, but I don't want to. We'll bump this one. Gabriel Gonzaga, everybody. Man, I tell you what, MMA legend right here. Main event. He defeated BKFC live from Tampa. And my man, we appreciate your time so much.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Guys, we're going to close
Wait
the
a
show
minute.
out right here. Oh, hold on. No, we still got more. We still got more. Guys, Gabriel Gonzaga, we're going to make room for Travis Thompson. We appreciate it so much, my man.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it so much. Look, can't wait to see you again.
We were just talking about you. I swear to God.
Here he is.
I swear to God we were.
Really? What were you saying? Anything good?
You know what we were saying? That it doesn't matter if it's on 2 seconds notice.
I'm ready to fight tomorrow.
Wait.
Like, dude, don't let this fool you. This is good. It's cushion.
It's just cushion?
It's cushion.
What we said is it doesn't matter what the time is between when you fought or how long you have, and we know you're going to fight your opponent. There's no point matches.
I love this. What I want people to understand about this fight, Dat Nguyen is an elite level boxer. Elite level. Like
World champion.
He's never been knocked out. Like he's a fucking elite level boxer. I went 5 rounds with an elite level boxer. Okay? And in my opinion, I don't give a shit what judges say or whatever. First round was all mine. I dominated the first round. I had some more in the second round. But you got to realize, I took this on 4 days' notice. I was third, fourth, fifth round. I was dead fucking tired. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't show it. I have a pretty good poker face because you can't show it. Fucking ring card girl came in. I think it was I thought it was the 5th round. She comes in holding up round 4. I was like, motherfucker. But then, like, he wanted to dance and talk. I was like, awesome, we're doing this. I don't give a fuck. You can punch me in the face all you want.
It looked like you guys were having fun towards the end.
That is a great dude, and this was my most favorite fight ever.
Yeah?
Dude, I enjoyed myself immensely because we're like making fun of each other. Yeah, I was like, I got you through too. He's like, good, I got you too. I was like, motherfucker. So I had to come back with more. It was fun. It was very entertaining, and I happen to think. I like to think that we were fighting tonight. I think we entertained everybody.
It was by far the entertainment because we came in. We know how you fight.
Yeah.
We've seen you fight, and we know what he has done without taking the gloves off. So it was one of them like he's a boxer, but it's gonna go. Get into that dog fight. Like the first round was a dog fight.
And if man, I wish I had a fucking camp because that's what I'm trying to say. Like. 3rd, 4th, 5th round. I'm fucking dead tired, dude. Like, it's a big deal. Yeah, I'm always in shape, but there's being in fight shape. You give me a fucking camp, I keep that up for 5 rounds. Total different story.
Look. I think matter of fact, I don't have to think. I know what your answer is going to be in this next question, but I just want to hear you say it. Was there any hesitation in taking this fight 4 days ago?
Fuck no. He could have called me yesterday and I'd take it today. I don't give a shit. I love it.
He said he's ready to fight tomorrow.
I love the fight. That's the thing. People do this because they want paychecks. That I'm famous. I get to fight the fuck. I love fighting, and I love fighting for Dave Feldman. I love fighting for this entire organization because I love the people involved. I want to be the person that welcomes anybody in every fucking fight. My job is to put on a show. I like to think that I do, and I want it to be a tough fucking challenge for anyone that wants to come in here. I want someone to come in here and be like, you know what? Holy shit, maybe I don't want to do this. And I'm the reason why you don't want to do it. Like, yeah, Dat won. Did you see his fucking hands afterwards?
Yeah, we sure did.
Like, and that's because he punched me in the face a lot.
And you were okay with it.
The fuck do I care? It's only a face. You can't damage this. This is beautiful.
Well, I tell you what, man, and maybe we're a little biased, but I don't really care. You know what, man? I tell you what, for the respect we already had for you, I can't even put into what it just multiplied by 1,000, man. I tell you what,
that means a lot to me.
You came in here 4 days notice, and I tell you what, you didn't let him fucking take it easy either. You gave.
We were talking about it when the 5th round started.
As it was happening, we were like, man, he is not letting him have this.
I can't. And that's the thing. I couldn't because, 3rd, 4th, 5th round, I was giving him the space to do what he does, and that's what happened. In the first 2 rounds, he didn't have that option. Again, if I could have kept that up for 5 rounds, those scores would have been totally different.
What we definitely knew is you were not going to give this fight to him. Even tired, 5th round, it's just not. You're not built that way.
It was funny because he's got fucking phenomenal movement. You saw it. He got some good shots, but you saw the returns. They were right there. He got me with a couple good ones, but my hand was right there to catch him when he was getting away. Didn't matter. And I love it. I love the shit. He got me the couple good right hands. And did you see me face? What'd I do? I go forward.
I don't think it's biased. I think you could have grabbed anybody out of the stands that follows the sport.
You're right. No,
and
you're absolutely right.
They don't even have
You're
to
right.
care win or lose. You know what he's going to do. It's entertainment.
That means a lot to me, and that's what really meant a lot to me. Was a lot of Dats, fans, friends, family. They all came up and said, "Dude, that's an awesome fight. You did awesome. Great job." That means a lot to me. It's like I didn't win over your fans, obviously, but I got respect from your fans. I got respect from everyone here. That's what this is about. This isn't about money for me. This is about people knowing who the fuck I am and be like, holy shit.
He's going to remember who you are tomorrow.
That's what I want people. I want everyone to remember who I am. I want everyone to at home watching the pay-per-views be like, holy shit. You know what? The rest of the fights,
I think they did, my man.
yeah, but the rest of the fights, like they were like, what the fuck? Another pay-per-view. And then my fight comes on, they're like, holy shit. That's what we paid for. And that's what it's about, man.
We definitely tell people every time, not as much this time because we only had 4 days
You only
notice
had
as
4
well.
days notice. I know.
But we let people know, man, when you're on there, like there's people, there's fights, there's certain things where 100%. We
This
know
dude's coming to fucking
you're
fight.
coming to fight.
I want to.
You know Julian and Jim were coming to fight.
Yep,
Doesn't matter the
absolutely.
outcome.
It doesn't
you knew
matter.
what it was going to be.
Exactly. And I think I told you guys this before. I want to trump, the Jason Knight and the Artem Lobov, which is pretty cool because Jason Knight was working my corner. But
yeah.
It would be, and it's no disrespect to them at all because they put on a fucking war the last time. But I want people to be like, holy shit, I want to see Travis Thompson fight again.
Yeah, but you're the guy for that war.
But
You're
that's
ready
what
for
I want.
that.
That's what I want. I want to do that. I want to do that. And, dude, I would love to jump in there with Jason Knight or Artem Lobov. I would love to do that.
And then be friends later.
Oh, dude, already friends. Before and after. Dude, I was friends with Dad before we did this. Not, because of the people that we trained with, we both had that relationship. I never really knew him, but as soon as we saw each other, we were shaking hands. Yo, what's up? How you doing? We're talking, shooting the shit. But even in the ring, like, dude, you're always going to get the stare down from me. Because when we're in the ring, I'm there to fuck you up. I'm not there to have fun.
We're not friends here.
We could be friendly, but you give me a shot. Sometimes I was doing some dirty shit. Of course I'm going to. I'm here to fucking beat you. Afterwards, whatever, we'll go get a drink. I'll give a shit. Like, at third, fourth, fifth round, we're having fun with each other. It's a great time.
That's what we said. We knew it was going to have to be dirty. You were going to have to make it dirty.
I have to. I wanted to piss him off. It didn't happen. Like, I got into him a little bit in the first round. He's like, what the fuck? Because he didn't know in boxing it's the bell. Yeah, I'm cursing. That's all I fucking do. Curse. Kelly. Fuck. There you go. No, but
Is he able to piss you off real
I
quick?
piss her off all the fucking time.
Is he okay with that?
I don't give a shit.
It's almost like a necessity in
Yeah, it is.
I do the same shit. It's fine.
Right. Well, at least I make her go to New York to go pick up my trunks this time.
Oh, that was the last time
That
we
was
were out
last
here.
time.
I remember that.
Last time, yeah.
Oh, you got to spend a sleepover?
Yeah, last time what people don't know is last time my wife had to drive from Philly area. She had to drive from Philly to Brooklyn at midnight. Was there till 2:30 in the morning, and then had to go from Brooklyn to Philly to go get a flight that the guy paid for. Didn't actually pay for the ticket. So we had to pay for her to fly here, and she got me my trunks 2 or 3 hours before the event.
And look,
awesome.
all of that work earned you a sleepover today.
Yeah.
There you go.
You won. You're a winner.
There you go.
She's loving life. She's loving life.
Oh, my
She's loving
goodness.
it?
Loving it.
Well, my man, I tell you
I'm
what.
pretty sure she was cheering for Dad the whole fucking time.
Oh, my
She
God.
hit him the fuck again.
She was on Team
terrible.
Dat be that.
Dude, she wore a shirt and said, "Dat be dat."
That's
She did
terrible.
not.
Oh, my God. I was pissed.
That's terrible.
I'm just kidding.
Guys, we're going to wrap it up, and I couldn't think
She
of
seems
anybody
so
else
nice.
to wrap it up better with
Oh,
than
never.
Travis
This is
Animal
our guy.
Thompson.
God, these are my guys.
Appreciate it so much.
Yo, Combat Insiders. This is the only ones that you listen to.
We appreciate
My
it.
guys.
We're it.
Check out combatinsiders.com. You obviously know it, all the stuff. We're on Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Yada, yada, yada.
Check out Travis Animal Thompson.
Fuck yeah.
And I tell you what, that's all we got. We're here live in Tampa.
I need my trading cards.
We'll get you. We'll get you.
You are.
We'll get you.
For anybody, he is the next batch. He'd have been this batch, but on 4 days' notice, you can't print anything.
I don't want to hear that.
For all your
That's
bare knuckle coverage.
Unacceptable.
What?
When the baddest motherfucker belt comes,
That's mine.
When
That's
the
it,
baddest
the baddest
motherfucker
motherfucker
belt
belt.
comes to
Oh,
bare knuckle,
the bare knuckle. Hello.
were you gonna fight for that?
I'll fucking fight for anything. Yeah.
Travis was like, what?
I'll fucking fight for just a Dickies belt. I don't give a shit.
Dickies belt.
Any belt. Give me a belt. I don't
On the
give a-
Dickies,
We are going to create a belt next time.
on the Dickies belt, inside exclusive show, for all the bare knuckle coverage.